Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. It is so nice to be back. It is so nice to be back. I have been gone for 2 weeks from live chat. We had Easter Sunday, and then I was gone on this creator trip called Creators and Friends in New Orleans. And it was definitely something that I will never forget. It was fabulous. I had the best time. Um, there, there are so many questions about this trip going around, and me being the neurodivergent person that I am, I don't know how to not be honest about things. So we're just gonna be honest, and we're gonna talk about creators and friends, and I'm gonna answer your questions. So I had put on my community tab. Let me just show you real quick what was up there. It looks like this. And it just says, I'm back from Creators and Friends in New Orleans. You may have seen this event come across your feed from other creators in the past few days. And then it just talks about, who it was organized by. Do you have any questions? Samantha March and Simbri, amazing people. Do you have any questions about the event? I've seen some people curious about how brand involvement work, who decided who was invited, and of course, how 30 plus women got along living in the same house together. It was 38 women in the same house. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do an edited video or not, but I decided to do a live stream because the questions were so good. So in case you're curious, this is the list of people that were there. Hopefully I have everybody. I feel like I'm missing one person from this list, and I don't know who I'm missing, and it's really bothering me. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. There you go. Okay. Now it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, there you go. So that's the list of creators that were there. And I have lots to say. I have lots of things I want to share with you. I also have, I want to talk about, I was going to bring like some of the PR stuff I've been using. I did not do that. I have a little bit. I can talk a little bit about the PR if y'all care about the PR, if you care about more about like the social pieces and what we did and like the requirements and how people were invited. That seems to be like the biggest question, is how people were invited and why this person wasn't there, why this person wasn't there, why weren't there any men there? I've seen a lot of people upset that there were no men there. I have answers for all of that. I have things that I'm going to share with you of why people were invited the way that they were, why some people maybe weren't invited, not specific people. Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into how that all came to be. All right. But before we do, let's see. I told you, I all I know how to do is be me and be honest. I don't know. So we'll see how this goes. It's live. I can't edit it. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and say hello to the people that are here live. That are going to be helping me enhance this conversation, make it better. We're going to say hi to the people that are here. Hello to Tish. Tish, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Hello, Roya. Good morning to you. Hello, Monica. Good morning. Monica says, hello, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday. And to end up in the hospital? No. With a pancreatic attack? No. It was brutal, but I'm happy to be here and at the sleep, but I'm here. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you feel better soon. Monica, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That is terrible. I'm so sorry. I hope that you feel better so soon. Teresa, good morning to you. And I saw Flory is floating around. Teresa and Flory are our core moderators. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to Audra and Steph for being here. If you were able to make it today, I appreciate you. And thank you to John if he's listening in. I'm not sure if he's participating or not, but thank you so much for keeping this a safe and happy place for us to chat. Ginger is here, Lana is here, Jesse is here, and Carrie is here, and SJ is here, and Consuelo is here. So thank you all so much for being here. If I did not say good morning to you, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much, Amanda, for being a member for 1 month. Amanda says good morning from wild and wonderful West Virginia. Thank you, Amanda, for being here and for being a member. And thank you to Dolphins Girl. I'm excited to be in live chat today with you. I feel like it's been freaking forever. And AA, it's been an amazing 8 months. Thank you for being a member for 8 months, AA. I appreciate you so much. And I see Tina is here from the Fancy Face. Tina, we'll talk a little bit about Tina. Tina was there. If you do not know Tina's YouTube channel, highly recommend you check it out. It is super casual, fantastic makeup reviews, just really down to earth amazingness. Tina knows what she's talking about. She's fabulous. So please go check out Tina from the Fancy Face if you have not. She is amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. So we're going to just go ahead and we're going to share my screen, and I am going to go through these questions one by one. And let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see. And hopefully, there we go. That's a good size. And we're just going to go through them and talk about it. I also have downloaded a bunch of pictures. We have a shared drive of different pictures. So kind of telling you about different moments, how they worked, all of that in case you are curious. All right. So first question, Deanna says, I saw you in several clips on Allie Dawson's vlog of the trip. You look beautiful and radiant. Your joy was apparent. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Allie Dawson. I am embarrassed to say I was not familiar with Allie Dawson before this trip. Allie was on my floor. And Allie is she's like a little sprite. She just bounces everywhere. She's very, very sweet. She's like a little Disney princess. She's gorgeous and she's so, so sweet. So I was very, very happy to meet Allie and spend time with her. Next one. Okay. So this leads into where are the men and where are certain people? Okay. So we have, where is Johnny Ross and Kevin known from Beautiful and Bothered? I don't know. Does anybody know them? That's the question. Do any of us know them? I know I don't know them. So this is how it started with Creators and Friends. And I think this is really important to understand the context, because I think that we're used to brand trips where the brand, like if there's a Smashbox trip, this was sent to me in PR. I'll talk to you about this in just a minute. This is what I'm wearing on my face. If there's a Smashbox trip, Smashbox can reach out to all of the creators, any creator they want, because everybody knows Smashbox, right? It's not a brand. It's two people. It's Simbri and it's Samantha March. Okay, so the first Creators and Friends in Charleston was people that Simbri and Samantha March specifically knew. Okay, that's who was invited. The reason why is because we don't want drama. We want to make sure we are knowing the people, because we want to make sure everybody's going to get along, because the purpose of the trip is to get along and to have a functional, fun trip. We do not want drama. We want to learn from each other. We want to have community. We want to celebrate each other. We want to be around people that are the same, thinking as that. So to be safe, they invited people that they personally knew for the first trip, which to me makes a whole lot of sense. You want it to go smoothly. It's the first time you've ever done this. You've invested so much time. There's brand relationships on the line. There's people relationships on the line. You want everybody to have fun. So that's the way Charleston went. That was last year. Now, New Orleans, it expanded a little bit further, where we started inviting people that we knew. So the first people that were invited, we expanded the circle a bit to include more people that we personally knew. Does anybody know Johnny Ross? I don't know. If Johnny Ross was invited, maybe he said no. That's the other thing. It's like because I feel like this is like the biggest critique, and I'm like, I want to make sure. I feel like I sound snarky, and I don't mean to. I'm just like, I think that the reason why there's so much confusion around it, and I'm so hyped about it, because I'm like nervous to talk about it. So that's the other factor. Because I don't want to say like something inaccurate. But it's like people can choose to say no too. So if Johnny and Kevin were invited, maybe they said no. I don't know. I don't know if they were invited, but I know that I don't personally know them in order to invite them. So in a second, we'll get to the men question. But before we do, I want to check the comments and make sure that we are solid in. Okay. Yes. Max, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sandra says, don't think it would be the same if blokes attended. It would change the dynamic and vibe, I think. Just my opinion, though. We'll talk about that. Sandra, we're going to put a pin in that. Don't let me forget it, okay? Because I want to talk about that. Allie Glines knows Johnny, but do we know Allie Glines? I know Allie Glines just through DM. I don't know if Allie was invited. If she was, then she didn't come. So, but we don't, you know what I mean? Like, I I don't know. I don't know Allie like that. So it's like, you know, reaching out beyond. So, and Allie Glines wasn't there. So that might be part of it, Angie. Hi, Audra. Thank you for being here. Oh, I love your new profile picture. Look how gorgeous you look. You're so cute. I can't even stand it. Oh my gosh. Go check out Audra Rain's YouTube channel as well. All right. Okay, so this is a great question. Make Up Experiment says, can you explain the role of the brand versus those two creators planning and inviting? So the two creators, imagine if you just had two coworkers who wanted to make a conference kind of situation. How would they go about doing that versus if your company made the conference? It's kind of like that. You know, you start with people you know, and then it expands a little bit. And I think it's mostly to kind of like the question that Sandra was saying, but a little bit of a side note to that. We want our space to be happy. So they tried to invite people that would continue that happy joy feeling of the group. And that's not to say people weren't included because we thought that they would bring drama. But it's like the devil you know kind of situation, even though it's not a devil situation, but it's it's live. It's live. And I don't want to say the wrong thing and make a, you know, so I'm a little nervous on this one to make sure I say the right things that are also honest. I want to try to be very, very honest. So that's why Kevin and Johnny and Kevin were not there, is because I don't think anybody knows them. So that's the answer to that one. Next one. I'm glad you were all able to get together and have fun. As an introvert, this looks like my worst nightmare. And this is where we're going to bring Audra into this. Hi, Audra. I was in the kitchen area. Let me see if I can find a picture of the kitchen area. I was in the kitchen area with everybody. Is this one? Let me see. I don't know if I have a picture of this one. No. Okay. Even this one. Okay. So this is everybody playing a game, right? There's the kitchen area. So I was in the kitchen area here, and it was so loud and there were so many people. I was like, this is Audra's nightmare. Like Audra would hate this. It was so loud. There were so many conversations going on at once. It was like, for somebody that's an introvert that does not want to socialize and needs your personal space, it was definitely not ideal. So that might also be why some people decline, is because it's just not their vibe to go on a trip with 38 other people, especially a lot of people you don't know. And maybe you don't know hardly anybody. Maybe you know one person. Not everybody wants to do that. So yes, as an introvert, it looks like my worst nightmare. Probably. Yeah. I would imagine it would be. All right. The next question is, where is Teresa's dead? Okay. Teresa was invited. Teresa was on the list to go. What I've heard is that Teresa had a work commitment come up and had to cancel. So Teresa was actually replaced by Erika Tesla. And let me show you Erika. I have a picture of me and Erika. Oh my gosh, is this woman lovely? I adore Erika. Oh my gosh. She lives not far from me. And so we've talked about getting our families together to go bowling or something. But she is a doll. So she's the one that actually replaced Teresa when Teresa dropped out. And I really enjoyed getting to know her. I was very sad when I found out Teresa was not coming. I met Teresa one time in person, and we didn't hardly know each other at that point. So we didn't spend nearly enough time together. I did interview her a while ago. We are, I would say, acquaintances. We do not talk often, but it's one of those things where, you know, you have an acquaintance, and if you needed to talk to them about something, you could talk to them at any time kind of situation, but it's not like you talk all the time. That's my relationship with Teresa. And I was very sad to not be able to spend some time with Teresa. So that's what I've been told, is that she had a work thing come up. So she had to cancel. So that's why Teresa wasn't there, but she was on the list at one point. She was on the list. All right. Kiki says, some of my favorite people on one place was the experience jam-packed with activities. Not jam-packed. It had a lot of things. Let me show you. Shelly had uploaded the picture of the itinerary. So let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Where did it go? Hold on a second. Let me see. I think it did not get saved. Hold on a second. Let me find it. Did it not get saved? Oh, it didn't get saved. Crap. Okay. So basically, crap. Let me text my husband and ask him to bring it to me. Okay. Can you bring me my creators and friends itinerary? It's in the basket by my chair. Okay. Hopefully he will bring it to me. But it wasn't jam packed. It was basically like we had a breakfast thing, and then we would have time, and then we would have an afternoon thing, and then time, and then a dinner thing is kind of the way that it went. So it wasn't jam packed. And we actually got to explore New Orleans quite a bit on the second, not the day we arrived, but the first full day. And it was fabulous. It was wonderful. And that was when I got to hang out with Tina and Kelsey and Shelly, which I'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, so another question about Teresa being invited. Yes, she was and could not attend. Precious said, I look amazing. Thank you. Hope you're exhausted from so much fun. I was so exhausted. Like I wear this Whoop thing that keeps track of like my sleep and how much I am dying from what is happening in my life. And it was the most red I have ever seen of death. When I got home, it was at like 9% recovery, which is something I've never seen on my Whoop because I just wasn't getting good sleep. I'm used to my weighted blankets and things like that. Thank you, my love. I'm used to my weighted blanket. And it's just being in a different place. Thank you, I appreciate you. I'm just used to being in your own house, and I did not sleep fabulous, and we stayed up late. We got up early. Linda, that my roommate Linda from Glitter Fallout, who is a freaking gem, she gets up early, and I did not want to miss out on things. She woke me up gently, which I told her to do, and she said, "Do you want to come get coffee with us?" And I was like, "No," and then I was like, "There's no way I'm going to be able to sleep knowing that they're going to go get coffee without me." So I went. I got up and I went, and I was so thankful. So it was late to bed, early to rise, and lots of activity, and I didn't sleep great. Also, a lot of us had really early flights. My first flight going in, I had a 1.5 hour layover that turned into a 5 hour layover. So I was one of the last people there. I was supposed to get there at 3 and I got there around 7. So yeah, I think is that math right? I was supposed to get there. Yes. I was supposed to get there around 2:30, I think, and I got there around 7. So the layover was extended tremendously. I think they ended up, I don't know. Anyway, the guy on the Frontier, I will never fly Frontier ever again. It will never happen. It was it was not a great experience. But that's kind of irrelevant to the story. But just so you know, I like Spirit. Okay. I'm a Spirit girl, but I will never fly Frontier again. They're very comparable airlines. Nope, 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 never again. Not going to happen. So yeah, I was exhausted from so much fun. Sarah says, what a great group. And let's go pop over to the comments and see what you all are saying. Yeah, Joe says Johnny Ross and Kevin don't know who any of the beauty creators are on the trip. Probably not. I feel like I've watched their podcast and I very much enjoy it. And I feel like they mostly know bigger creators, like as far as their like bubble of awareness. I don't know how much they know of 80% of the beauty community. So they seem to really, maybe they know and they just don't talk about it, but they mostly talk about just the bigger creators. So I don't know if that's just their focus or if they truly just aren't aware. But I do enjoy their podcast very much. I've listened to quite a few episodes. So yeah. Okay. Anna says Angie said men weren't invited because of logistics, example, sharing bedrooms, rooms, and bathrooms. I have not heard that, but I trust that Angie has said that because yeah, I mean, there were we all had to share bathrooms. So if you want to take a shower, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But if Angie said it, I believe Angie because Angie's one degree of separate, no degrees of separation from Samantha March. So. Oh, Audra says, I'm a babe doing some cuter stuff and prepping to film. So I'm modding kind of. Well, thank you. But Jen, what if I don't like anyone? You would like me. Or I would ruin every impression that you've ever had of me if you were there. um, Okay. Yes. Okay. This is a great question. It's a follow-up question from Makeup Experiments. What I meant was, did Sigma have a say on invites? Not that I know of. I do not think that they had any say, because I think the main invite list was created before Sigma was involved. So I would highly doubt they had any say in who was invited. I don't know that for 100%, but I would highly doubt it. I believe Samantha and Simbri picked everybody based on who they knew, and then people like 1 degree from there. And yes, they provided goodies. They ended up paying for our room and board when I signed up for it. Uh, not board, room. They ended up paying for the house, but when I signed up for it, they were not on board with it, and I was fully planned to pay my part for the house. But then Sigma ended up covering it. They paid for our party bus to go to fancy dinner, and then they had fancy dinner for us. So that was their involvement. Elizabeth says it sounds a bit like a work conference, but more fun. Yes, it was a lot like a work conference, really, but we all lived in the same house, which was pretty cool. All right, so this is the itinerary right here. So if you want to pause to read if you're not live. So we had dinner at 7 when we got there. So I got there like 7. Oh, I got there like 7:30. I was kind of late because my layover was extended, and the food was very good. Viuns, very good. Then we had the Secret Sister, which we all brought a gift. Simbri gave us a person to buy a gift for. I got Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day. If you're looking for any tips and tricks for technology, Instagram, any of that stuff, Shelly is freaking fabulous. So we did Secret Sister. Shelly was my person that I bought for, and Amira Muhammad bought me a sweatshirt, which I loved. It was a Gemini sweatshirt because we were born on the same day. Amira and I both have June 8th birthdays. She's a few years younger than me, but Rhonda from Hot Mess Mama and I, we have the exact same birthday from the exact same day. Isn't that nuts? So we're all Gemini. So we had that little fun bonding experience. I've got Rhonda on my left, I got Amira on the right, and we're all talking about how we're all June 8th birthdays. But I think it's nuts that Rhonda and I have the exact same birthday, the exact same year, June 8th, 1978. Absolutely nuts. So on Wednesday, the full day, we had brunch with Surratt, which was my favorite meal. I freaking love that brunch with Surratt. It was so good. It was called Toulouse Gourmet. Oh, incredible. And then we had a little thing with Surratt where they just kind of explained their products and all that. 6 p.m. dinner with Sigma at Arnaud's. That was very, very good. Then we had the Survivor auction, which was they gave us Monopoly money. And then we could auction to get either mystery items or known items. I thought that was a really fun game to watch. I really enjoyed watching it, but I'm not a competitive person at all. So I ended up just giving some of my money to Patty Alonso. And like, I held on to some of it because I was like, what if there is something that I want? But by that point, I didn't have enough money to get anything, but I did give some of my money to Patty Alonso. So I didn't really participate. I ended up hanging in the back of the room with the Sigma crew. Because they had come to that and I had invited them, and then I kind of felt bad because they weren't doing anything. They didn't have any money to participate. I felt bad. So I ended up going in the back and like hanging out with them and trying to offer them drinks, or, like because I felt like they were there and there wasn't anything for them to do except for watch. So I ended up hanging out with them in the back. Thursday, we had a brunch catered to the house from Rum House. And then at 3 p.m., we had the nail mixing class with Cleona. And then at 7 p.m. was like a cocktail last dinner with Unearthly Cosmetics at Copper and Vine. And then we left at the crack of dawn in the morning the next day. Okay, so this is a great question. Just Nora says, did you guys share a bed? I don't think I could share a bed with another person that isn't my husband. It would be too weird. Yes. So you could pay extra to have your own room. There were individual rooms, but Linda from Glitter Fallout and I, we've slept in the same bed so many times. And it's funny because her husband asked for the same thing. What, you and Jen slept in the same bed? And it's like, yeah, we're fully clothed. We're on opposite sides of the bed. If like Linda and I worked so freaking well together. If you do not know Linda, please go check out Glitter Fallout. Like, Linda is my heart. This is Linda. Okay, Linda's in the front with the fire red hair. Oh my gosh. Lynn and I have traveled multiple times together. We've slept in the same bed multiple times. We've traveled to Generation Beauty things together, and we did what you call it, Charleston together. Now we've done New Orleans together, and now I just found out we're going to be doing Palm Springs together. So we'll be sleeping in the same bed again. We'll be sleeping in the same bed again. Yes, I agree, Betsy. The best trips are when you have free time. Hi, Betsy. I feel like I haven't talked to Betsy in forever. Betsy was super involved in the Jaclyn Hill testing of the hairy lipsticks. So good to see you, Betsy. Yeah. So yeah, Lynn and I work really well together, and we slept in the same bed. Yeah, Audra says, "Oh, I can't share a bed. I sleep diagonal when I'm in a new situation." Yeah, Lynn and I do super well together. Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about the clickiness in a minute, because I do have things to say about that. But we will get there. How are we doing on time? Okay, we have 5 more minutes before I have to take a break, and we are almost to the men question that I want to address, and we will definitely get to the clickiness thing. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Jasmine says, I'm sure everyone gets along on Creators and Friends event, but it still lacks diversity in this trip and the past one, just my opinion, especially the first commenter addressing the lack of gay beauty YouTubers. I know like 2 or 3 Black creators on the trip. Okay, so I want to show you the picture of all of us. Where is it? Did I not import it? I did not import it. Crap. It's in the thumbnail, so I know it exists. It was the last picture that I found. Crap. Hold on. It's the last picture that I found. Oh, there's the itinerary picture. I just found it. Really? Okay. What did I name it? It's like I saved it so fast. Okay. What the heck? That's not it. That's not it. There's the itinerary that I missed. What the heck? I wanted to show you the picture of all of us. I can show you one that's not the best picture of all of us, but okay. So I'll show you a couple that'll get everybody in there. So for example, let's look at this picture. So one thing I appreciate, let me just tell you what I appreciate. There is people of every shade of skin tone here. So we have Black creators, we have South Asian creators, we have East Asian creators, we have creators of many ages that span many decades. I'm pretty sure I was one of the oldest, but into our 40s all the way down to 20s. They have creators of different sizes, very, very thin, they're all the way to, okay. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like there's creators of all different sizes. It's not exclusionary for the most perfect looking Instagram looking model. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of people there, right? So that's something that I think is very inclusive. I appreciate that, the inclusivity of it. That anybody of any size of channel was invited. You had people that had very small channels. I believe that I had one of the bigger channels. I feel like this is extremely inclusive. That's just me, other than the men thing. And I do want to address the men thing. So let's talk about that. Okay. So because it does make me feel sad because I don't want anybody to feel excluded. Okay. I was told, okay, and yes, I was told that Creators and Friends was available for any creator to join, which I joined right after the first trip started. It's okay that I wasn't invited, but not to see any male gay creators on any of the events put the sour taste in my mouth. I was told it's not a women's event. I was told it's an inclusive event. So like what I was saying earlier about that it was friends inviting friends. I will tell you, as far as men creators that I personally know, I know one that I could invite, and that's James Welsh. James Welsh lives in freaking England. Okay. I don't know how many men creators we know. And if we invited them, would they actually come? That's the question, because there's only so many spots. And once you get invited, then if you don't get invited, then of course there's hurt feelings. So it's like, it's really difficult. I do not envy Samantha and Simbri's job of figuring out who's invited. I do not envy that. Now, this is just personal. I do think the dynamic would change if there were men there, not necessarily in a bad way. I don't think it would be in a bad way. I do think it would be different because, like, for example, I had a long conversation about perimenopause with Stephanie Marie. If there were men around, I don't know if I would have wanted to have that conversation with Stephanie Marie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, there are certain things, or I shouldn't say men, but people that, I don't know. I just don't, well, men, I don't know. It's just, I feel like for the first couple, I personally feel like if there were men there, it just would have been a little different, which is fine. It would have been fine. But I kind of liked that it was just women starting off and then invite men later. And I don't know if that's terrible, but I just do feel like the dynamic would change. But that's just me personally. That is not what was told to me by Simbri and Samantha. I will read what Simbri said to me because I want to read what the official statement is. So the official thing is, okay. I would say that Creators and Friends as a larger organization encompasses several events, and some of those events will be open to everyone, but other events such as New Orleans have a limited amount of spots, and invites are sent in waves until we are at capacity. All genders are welcome, to be clear. And for example, friend of Khaki Reviews Beauty is Hot Mess Tom. Hot Mess Tom is non-binary. Hot Mess Tom went to the Vegas event. So they did tell me, I can't remember if it was Samantha or Simbri told me that they invited a lot of men to the Vegas event and nobody showed up. Like none of the men showed up. Hot Mess Tom was the only non-binary person that showed up to Vegas. Kiki identifies as non-binary from Salt, New York. But people only show up who show up. You know what I'm saying? It's just you can't make people come. Is what it comes down to. So I did stop at the cafe that I wanted to. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's take a little bit of a break. And let's just talk very quickly about what's on my face. I do have two things that I got in New Orleans here. This I got in New Orleans. It's on my eyes today. This is the Fighter palette by Fantasy Cosmetica, and had a lot of fun playing with this today. So you can kind of tell, this is the first time I've used it, so you can kind of tell the shades that I used today. So I used Marshall, which is the dark brown down here. I used Fervor, which is the shimmery red shade in the middle. And then I used Blade, which is like a duochrome bluish kind of situation. And then I used Valor, which is kind of a, I don't know, like a pukey brown shade. Let me swatch those for you so you can see kind of what I used today and created my look with. Here are the swatches on the fingers, and I will roll up my Samantha March merch t-shirt or long sleeve. All right, there you go. So that is how I got my look today. And you can kind of see a little bit of the shift on that one shade. It kind of shifts to a little bit of a brown, but really had fun using that today. I'm going to take my paper towel and rub way down here, and hopefully you can't hear it. Okay. And then on my cheeks, I got this from Smashbox, the new Halo blush contour palette situation. Not the biggest fan of this so far. First thing I do not like about this is the packaging. It just closes. Like, why? You can't, it won't stay open. Like you can like jank it that way and it will not stay open. It just keeps closing, which is super annoying. So you have to like hold it as you're using it. You have to hold it open, which I don't like. The bronzer is extremely light. I had a lot of trouble building that up. The blushes were nice and the highlighter is very glowy. So yeah, I mean, not my favorite so far, but very thankful to have it. And I will continue to use it and try it out. This is purchased. My eyeliner today is Pat McGrath. This is new to me. I'll show you the point on it. It reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm enjoying it so far. This is the first time I've used it though. So I think my wing came out good. It didn't seep into my fine lines. So that makes me very happy. And then on my lips today is from Sigma. This is New Mod, and this is their lip creme. And I'm positive that I got this in PR. So that is that. Okay. I needed a little bit of break there because my neurodivergency is going to get me in trouble. I was talking to a friend of mine that's a therapist, and I was talking about how difficult it is being a person that is extremely impulsive and sometimes doesn't think things through on live streams and having this job just in general. So it's very hard sometimes, but you just got to kind of roll with it. But yeah, okay. I said there's something about micro and nano creators there. I believe there have been people. I don't think there's anybody been there that's under 1,000 followers, but I know there's been people there between 1,000 and 5,000 followers, and definitely plenty of people there between 1,000 and 10,000 followers. So there's definitely a range there. Yes. Let me see, Hispanic creators. Let me look and see, because I don't wasn't really, uh, not in Miranda. Miranda, and I think there was Patty Alonso. I think Miranda is I'm not sure. It's like, I don't know what these people I don't know what their family tree is, but I know Patty Alonso speaks Spanish, so I don't know enough about them personally, but yeah, yes, yes. Okay, let me put you back here. Let's answer more questions. Oh, not that one. This one. Okay. All right. Those I think were that was the hardest one for me to address, because just trying to say everything right is hard sometimes. Okay, let me go back down. There are definitely plus size individuals. Absolutely. Yeah, Patty Alonso is fab. She was so sweet. So, so sweet. Yes, exactly, Alyssa. It seems like it was a situation that is just who ended up there by chance, like how the chips fell. I mean, I think there was definitely a priority, in that for the first one, it was people that they knew. For the second one, they didn't, and I don't think they invited everybody that was from Charleston to New Orleans. I'm not sure about that. Um, but I do know that Palm Springs, not everybody that was in New Orleans was invited to Palm Springs, which is difficult. But I will be very, very clear. I never expect to be invited to this. Never. If they don't invite me to I wouldn't, every single time they invite me, I get really excited because it's like, yay, I get that opportunity to do this again. But I would never feel entitled to be invited. 100% never. But it is kind of like how the chips fall. But I do think that there's an invite list where it kind of, it goes in waves. It goes in waves. Okay, so wow, few of my faves. Yes, definitely some great people. Okay, how did everybody get along? Okay, I think this is really important because I think this is something people are scared to talk about, but I can't. Okay, so this is the thing. When you get in a large group of people, you end up finding your comfort zone of people. You end up finding the people that you get along with best. I want to show you my comfort zone. Where is my picture? This is my comfort zone right here. That's my comfort zone plus Linda. Linda had actually ditched us at that point because she'd already been to Cafe Du Monde. So this little group of Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day, Tina from the Fancy Face, Kelsey Brianna J, and Linda from Glitter Fallout. That's my comfort zone. This is who I would spend the entire trip with if I was scared. I would be with these people because these people are the people that I am most comfortable with. Plus, remember adding Linda. Show you Linda again. Linda, my trip bestie, who I sleep with. But what I tried to do was I tried to leave them sometimes, and I tried to branch out and talk to more people because there are people that I wanted to spend time with. So, for example, I intentionally joined a group because Angela Bright was in it, and I wanted to spend time more with Angela Bright specifically. And I got to have a really nice conversation with her. She taught me more about half lashes that I did not know a lot about half lashes and how to make lashes into half lashes when you have whole lashes. I thought you could use both sides, but Angela has informed me that probably not because it just won't look right. Okay. So Angela owns a lash company. She did gift us these bright lashes, and there were some half lashes in here that I wore for What's Been Makeup that went live today. And I immediately, well, last night, I went on and bought the rest of the half lashes. It's another set of the ones called Flutter, which are the ones that I was wearing in that video, and the rest of the half lashes because I wanted them. They're fabulous. They have the black band, but black bands scare me because they have a sometimes they have trouble bending to the eye and then they pop up. Not with these. Not with these. They're wonderful, at least from that first impression one time I've used them. Anyway, I got off topic. So my point is I tried to branch out and talk to other people. And I think that's the way everybody is. I think that we end up you can call it clicks if you want to, but I think we end up finding our comfort groups and end up sticking a lot to those groups. So if you look at the dinners with the tables, you'll see people that are comfortable with each other sitting together, but that doesn't mean we're not popping around and talking to other people. It doesn't mean it's a clique. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that we're excluding other people or that that other people aren't welcome in the small group. It's just you find people that you're comfortable with, especially in a big group like that. So I really wanted to address that because yes, it is kind of cliquey to an extent in that we tend to do activities with people that we want to do activities with. So for example, I'm going to give this example where there was one creator that was with us when we were trying to decide what we wanted to do. We were up on the third floor, a bunch of us up on the third floor, and there was one creator that was with us. And we were talking about all the things we wanted to do that day. And Kiki from Salt, New York was trying to organize us, the beautiful Virgo that they are, was trying to organize us. And this one person looked at us and was like, I don't really want to do those things. So they ended up going and joining a different group and having a fantastic day. But it looked like they were going to stay with us because they were comfortable with us, but they ended up joining a different group because they wanted to have a different experience. And it was okay to join different groups. It was perfectly okay to do that. So yeah. So that's kind of how that works. So is it clicky? I think, yeah, in a way, yeah, but it's not so clicky. It's not like Mean Girls clicky. Oh, there's Amira. Hi, Amira. I was just talking about you, birthday twin. I was just talking about you. Yeah, and Alyssa says it's human nature to be pretty much like clicky, I guess is what you're saying. I think so. Yeah, go follow Amira. Yes, go follow Amira. Amira, let me put your profile back up. Amir Muhammad. Go follow Amira and on Instagram. Do that. Do all the things. Yeah, Sandra says, you see what's happening here? People are turning what's meant to be a trip for friends who create content to a more toxic conversation. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. So, yeah, I mean, but I think that that's natural. I think that's natural, especially when there's people there that there are people that do not like me. We've had this conversation. There are people that don't like whoever else that was on the trip. Pick a person, you know? If you pick a person, there's somebody out there in the internet ether that does not like that person. So, of course you want to see people fight and have a miserable time. If you don't like them, it makes sense. So, but yeah, I mean, was there any drama on the trip? No, not that I saw. I didn't see any drama. Every once in a while, you might see somebody being like maybe not clicking 100% with somebody, but it wasn't like drama. It wasn't like people yelling at each other or like anything like that. So, all right, next question. So that's how the women got along. I wish that there were so many people. It was hard to get to know people. And one thing I'm really upset about is that there was a handful of creators, the 3 or 4 of them, that I didn't get to talk to at all. Like I did not get to talk to them at all. And I think we just ended up in different places and you end up in conversations. Like I talked to Ishani from Total Makeup Junkie 101 for a while at the nail polish thing before the nail polish thing started. Where's my picture of me and Ishani? So Ishani and I chatted for like, I don't know, at least half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Ishani Ishani is okay. If you've seen me do the arm swatches like back in the day, Ishani basically taught me how to do that. She is slowly coming back to YouTube. Total Makeup Junkie 101, legend in the makeup review space. It took a break from YouTube, but is now back. And we actually ended up spending a very rainy day in Los Angeles together at a coffee shop, Starbucks. AKA a coffee shop. We ended up spending like a whole day together. We ended up going out to dinner that day together, but we haven't seen each other since like what, 2017. So we got to spend quite a bit of time together, and that was really nice. But because of that, like, and bonding with Ishani and really enjoying that and being very thankful for that experience, that I didn't get to even talk to like 3 or 4 people, like at all. And it made me sad. Like, it's like, damn, I didn't get to talk to that person at all. And I remember walking out on the very last night, about to walk up to my room, and I walked up to Sierra. I think was it Sierra? I can't remember. But I walked up to somebody at the end and I was like, I didn't even get to hang out with you. I think it might have been Sierra. I didn't get to hang out with you at all. What happened? What happened? But maybe next time. You know what I'm saying? So Miss Beaniel says, must be hard going on a holiday with someone you don't like, though. I wasn't trying to say there are people on the trip that don't like each other. It was like people on the outside looking in probably don't like some people and wish that they were fighting, kind of situation. But I don't know of anybody that straight up does not like somebody that was there. I know there's nobody there that I do not like. There are people that I don't necessarily vibe with as much, people that I don't feel strong of a connection with, but there's nobody that I can look at and be like, I don't like that person, like, at all. Okay, so the comment about Angela Bright, a comment about Stephanie Marie. Did I show you the picture of me and Stephanie Marie? Stephanie Marie and I have been, we were FabFitFun friends for years. We did the FabFitFun videos together. So she would sometimes send me pictures. I would send her pictures. So for years, Stephanie and Marie and I have been like text message buddies. So it was great to meet her. Definitely check out her YouTube channel as well. While I'm here, let's check out this picture of Tina. I don't know if she's still here, but we were on the party bus from Sigma. We were on the party bus going to the Sigma dinner, and they were playing a lot of music and everybody was dancing. And then somebody put on Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA, and this was Tina's face. I was like, Tina! And Kelsey was next to me on the microphone, like the kind of DJ, not DJing, but like trying to be like the hype person for the bus. And they were both like, nope, not Miley, not this song, not this song. But I love, that was one of my favorite moments. And Heather Austin looking at Tina like, okay. That was so fun. That was a moment. That was a moment. I love that moment. That was a great moment. Okay, so the next one is about Ishani, and yes, fabulous, fabulous human. Kiki G. Kiki has my freaking heart. Like, I now have an attachment to Kiki that I cannot explain. Like, it's like I met Kiki from Salt, New York. Here's the Salt, New York stuff if you're curious what it looks like. Kiki is like somebody that I like. The way their personality is, it's like what I aspire to have my personality be. Like, if I was in high school and I saw somebody and I was like, I want to be like that person. I used to be like that in high school. I don't know if you were like that in high school, but like, I want to be more like that person. It would be Kiki from Salt, New York. Just the spice level and the just off the cuff hilarity. Kiki can twerk. We all saw Kiki twerk. It was amazing. Got a little more gay in that moment. I mean, it was just, I love Kiki so much. Like, I can't even explain it. Cannot even explain it. Amanda Z, very lovely. Didn't get to, I haven't really spent much time. I've been on both trips with Amanda Z. Haven't spent much time with her. I have trouble going up to Amanda. Like, I feel like I need to like, I don't know. I haven't spent much time with Amanda Z, but what I have, I've really enjoyed, really, really enjoyed. Drama with any of the women cliques, we talked about that. Certain people absolutely hung out together, but I don't think it was an exclusionary thing. Somebody that lives in New Orleans, this person said beautiful in Ukrainian. I believe that's beautiful in Ukrainian. Yes, I did talk about Kiki about salt. Kiki's going to help me with this because I don't think I'm using the foundation and the concealer right. So Kiki's going to help me figure that out. Let's see. Forced to wear the matching shirts. Okay, so that was the picture that is this it? There it is. This was the picture I was trying to show you earlier. Let me see if can I make it bigger? No, I can't. Okay. This picture I was trying to show you earlier, we were not forced to wear anything. We were kindly asked to. I'm sure if someone did not want to wear it, they would not have to if they did not want to. But forced, no. Encouraged, yes. They were gifted. They did gift us the stuff. It said it was giving them cult vibes. I think it's just support, and thank you. Thank you for feeding us and paying for our place. And, thank you for the sweatshirt. It's super comfy. Thank you for the pajamas. They gave us those black pajamas in the front too, that Samantha and Simbri are wearing. And they gave us the hat. I'm wearing a hat. I'm over in the middle next to Tina, between Tina and Nishani in the middle. And they gave us I'm wearing a hat from Sigma. They gave us all of that. So, it's just a nice thank you to all take a picture in the stuff. Very easy to do. So no, they did not force us. They did not make us do anything. We didn't have to even do any of the activities if we didn't want to. We didn't have to do anything. Like Tina, for example, for the very first catered meal, Tina had it in her mind that Tina wanted seafood. Tina wanted seafood. She came to New Orleans. She wanted seafood. So for the first meal, she went off and got seafood. And then she came back. Nobody cared. Legit, nobody cared. She did what she wanted. We're not being paid to be there. We can do whatever we want. If you don't want to make nail polish with Cleona, you don't have to make nail polish with Cleona. If you don't want to wear a sweatshirt, you don't have to wear a sweatshirt. Like, you do what you want. Because it's not a brand trip. We're paying to be there. We're literally paying to be there. And we have to pay to get our stuff home too. Because if we have an extra bag, because we got so much stuff, we have to pay to get that stuff home. So it's definitely not free for us to be there. But we do get a lot of stuff. So it's definitely worth it. For me, 100% worth my return on investment by far, mostly for the social piece and the networking piece and all of that, and getting to see people that I care about and spend time with people that I love. It says, is that Shakira with you? I have no idea who looks like Shakira in that picture, but no. And somebody asking about the event, all women, yes, but that does not mean that men will not be invited in the future. 100% does not mean. I don't know if men might have even been invited to this one and just said no. So I don't know. And somebody telling me about the Fine Comfort, Rare Beauty Fine Comfort lotion pump. I need to get me one of those. And then the last one is Fash Fab Beauty. I'm so happy to see you all had fun. I love that. I tell myself I'm going to go next time. I get all prepared, clear my calendar, save the dates, but put back money, and then I chicken out every time, freak myself out, and decide not to go. Love ya. I think that if a person is invited to Creators and Friends, that was the last question. If a person is invited to Creators and Friends, I feel like it needs to be up to that individual person, whether they feel like it's a right experience for them and whether the return on investment will be there. It's not an event that everyone will enjoy. Like I said, Audra, I think would have been in hell. I think Audra would have hated it just because I know Audra. I don't think the positive would have outweighed the negative for them. So yeah, Tina had dinner by herself and that was fine. Did anybody say anything to you? No, nobody cared. You did what you wanted to do. And I love that for you. I love that for you. So yeah. It's not for everybody. So it's meaning that's not something everybody would enjoy. But I think that if you do want to go and you are invited to go, I would love if you would go. I have really, really enjoyed it. And I can't imagine the logistics that go into planning something like this. It's incredible. So yeah, keep in mind too, that the Creators and Friends as a company is brand freaking new. Like, it didn't even exist when Charleston happened. There was no company. It was just people inviting their friends to go do something because, let's be honest, brands are not inviting 45-year-old women to brand events. My time where I'm going to be invited to brand events is over. I was never invited, and I never will be invited. So this is my opportunity to network with people. I used to go to all of the social events. I would go to all the Gen Beauties. I would go to the IMATs. I would do all of those things because I wanted to be around other creators. I wanted to get to know other creators, but I had to make that happen. Brands have never made that happen for me, never once. So this is my chance, and this is a lot of our chance to do something, because it's not, brands are not going to invite us places. So we're going to do it our damn selves. And we're enjoying it, and we're having fun, and we're getting to know each other. Not to say that none of the people invited will ever get invited on a brand trip. I genuinely hope that they do. But if you look at, who gets invited on these things, it's not us. So let's just do it ourselves. Like, and good for the people. I sound like a bitter bitch, and I'm not a bitter bitch. I think I'm coming off that way, but I'm not. I just know that there's just certain kinds of people that get invited, and good for them. Good for you for being that person. Like, I'm happy for you. Like, cool, go live your best life. It's not hurting me. But it's nice to be able to do something like this, is what it comes down to. It's nice to be able to do something like this. These are the kinds of chats where I feel like my my neurodivergence really comes out. So, yeah, unedited, man. That's the way it rolls. That's the way it rolls. AK says, person I shared with was a stranger, and now she's a convention bestie. I work for her now too. I was lucky. I've heard nightmares of people rooming together. And that's what I've said to Linda, because we were talking about whether we were going to room together for Palm Springs. And Linda's like, if you're tired of me. And I'm like, if you're tired of me. And it's like, when you know you work really well with somebody, then why switch it? Why mess with perfection? And Linda from Glitter Fallout and I together are perfection when it comes to traveling together. We also understand that we are not going to be at each other's hip the entire time. So I was with a group, which I don't think it transferred over, but I was with a group. There was a video, and I couldn't get it to save on that free day. I was with a group. Kiki Reviews Beauty sat down to get a tarot reading. And we were standing in the group, kind of waiting for Kiki, but also just having conversation, relaxing, just looking at the city, whatever. And here comes Tina and Kelsey and Shelly. And I was like, hey, bitch. I was like, hey. So I left that group and I went with them. And nobody cared because I was like, oh, there's my comfort group. Yay. And Linda went with us too, I think. And then when we went to Cafe Du Monde, Linda split off. So it's like, I love that for me. This is interesting. Would creators and friends ever accept donations from viewers, similar to how they let brands sponsor dinners in hotels? I don't think so. I think that might be weird. Don't you think that might be weird? I don't know, though. I can't speak for them, but if I were organizing it, I would feel like that might be weird. I don't know. Is that weird? Am I just thinking that's am I the only one? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I think that might be a little odd, but I can't speak for them, so I don't know. But Donnelly says, I would feel anxious and small, but I want to learn from other creators, no matter the size they are, the knowledge, and hopefully inspire me to have that drive. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it is fun to talk with and hang out with people of all different sizes, and everybody has different experiences and different tips and tricks for how they do things. So that's really nice. Yeah. Jamie says, Jen's final point is perfect. A lot of these creators would never be invited in a brand trip. They're making their own space for that, which, yeah, I mean, it's like, if they did not do this, if Simbri and Samantha did not do this, there would be nothing for us. So, because Ipsy Live / Generation Beauty is gone, no one goes to IMATs anymore as far as creators, because we were made to feel very unwelcome there. We're basically told they don't want us there. So it slowly, petered off after that. So it's like, there's nowhere for us to get together unless somebody organizes it. Like I was saying in my video that I did on brand trips on Friday, I can see similar versions of this coming out from those affiliate link companies like Magic Links, Reward Style, Howl. I think they would be very smart to do some kind of brand trip and kind of organize it similarly to the way that Samantha and Simbri do. and it would get different people because they know who their top selling creators are. I would not be invited. I am not a top selling creator. I will tell you, on all those affiliate link programs, I do not make a ton of money off affiliate links. I am not a salesperson. I never have been. I'm not good at it. So I do not think I would be invited to those. So I'm very thankful to Samantha for inviting me, because I legit don't think I would be invited anywhere. Okay, Yuri is saying something. Let me see. I'm missing. Looks like there's some debate back and forth here. I think there's just some debate happening. And I can't find the beginning of it. So I'll have to read that after chat because I can't find the beginning of that conversation. Oh, Simbri is here. Hi, Simbri. It's so good to see you. Thank you for all you did to make this happen. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, this is interesting. Bree says, I never want to be a creator because of all the pettiness and people starting drama over the littlest things. Yeah, I mean, it can, but the thing is, it's happening a lot of times outside of us and not here. What's up? Good. What's that? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, John just came down for a second, but yeah. What am I knowing about? Wait, what happened? Audra said Jen no. Okay. Okay. Okay, gotcha. All right. Catherine, there seems to be a space for influencers on brand trips. Creators seem to have different needs. Yeah. See, that's a really good point, because when they first started introducing the word influencer, it seems like everybody was an influencer, but now we're kind of making this distinction between an influencer and a creator, where an influencer's primary job is to influence and a creator's primary job is to create. So I still call myself an influencer, but really I'm a creator. I'm not very good at influencing. Like I said, with the affiliate programs, I don't sell a lot of stuff. So, you know. Speaking of that, have you seen my candle from Candles by Victoria? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I think that there are different needs. And I think that a creator trip, that's really what sets apart. And this is a great way to end this. It's set the difference between a creator trip and an influencer trip. So the brand trips are more influencer trips. The point is to sell things. A creator trip is more for the creators to create and to get to know each other in the creator space, more like a work trip, more like a networking trip and a friend trip. So that's kind of what I wanted to share about this. Oh, yeah. Lynette says, I feel you, Jen. I don't like to sell anything. Yeah, me too. Me too. I am the same way. And hopefully, I really hope you do get to come on a creators and friends trip where I get to be there, where I get to meet you. I would love to meet you one day. All right. I should probably pop off here. What's up? Okay. Yes. The candles. Speaking of me not being very good at selling, the creators and friends candle coffee with friends candle will be around for a while. The affiliate link that I had with Candles by Victoria last time lasted about a year, so maybe even a little longer than a year. So I would imagine this will be the same thing. It is on her website, and yeah, and you can use my affiliate link to get anything from the website. So if you use my affiliate link, I actually get commission on anything you purchase from the website, not just the candle, which is kind of nice. I really want to burn this. I might just buy one of my own candles so I can burn one because I want to keep this one and I don't want to burn it, but I want to burn one. So, all right, I should probably go. Was there anything else, husband, that I should say? Are we good? All right, I'm going to go. What's that? Oh, be gentle with yourself and with others is what he said. But I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. We will be back next week. Regular content is happening next week. Friday video will be out, and then the What's Up in Makeup live chat, all of that will happen next week, 10 a.m. Eastern time for a live chat. The next time where there won't be a live chat is when I'm going on a trip with my mama. I'm going on a trip with my mama in May. So I will let you know when that gets a little closer. Benzie hates the camera, so I don't know if she's going to stay with me. Oh my gosh, my love. Okay, so we haven't had puppy time in forever, but I should let the moderators go. She does not like. Okay, are you good? You want to say bye, Benzie? Say bye, Haley Benz. Say bye. All right, you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Mad love, and I will see you soon. She's probably slopping in your ear. All right, bye.
Puppy ASMR.